bit late now. So let's do that. Let's generate a course. That field there, around two headland passes. You do us a favour, can you just check with Horseplay what width it's got set for? It's
13.1.
13.1. I actually think that's a 13.5, but that's really weird. Alright, so 13.1. Oh, hang on. It used to be, you used to get to 10 and then it'll go up and 5, that's right. Yeah, that looks good. That looks perfect. Yep, no, that's fantastic. Right, I'll keep that on there. And I need to lower. Do I need to unfold? I need to turn it on. I'll get rid of that so it's not on the way, and away I go. Collect it.
Although, given that you're going east-west after the 2 rounds, and mine's doing... Oh, you're just getting the course just for the sake of the course.
Yep, yep. Just for the old wrapper. In the hopes that it might produce some more logic to its activities. So I'm just thinking maybe when we do these from now on, we generate a course with the big M, a couple of headers, and then just follow the outline of the headers. Not have Courseplay do it, we'll just follow the best we can. I don't think it matters if we're too far out. And then when we get to the up and down rows, you can just line it up and then sort out the GPS to line it up with the things, and then hopefully it'll work better. Obviously when we get to the point that the Courseplay, our workers, being Courseplay, is going to do all the work, it's not going to really matter that much because I can copy. The baler will definitely be following the course of the big M. I'm still thinking about replacing the big boy there with the smaller big M's.
I think the only one really to watch out for is manoeuvrability, because if the big M can turn a sharper corner than what a baler can, then you'll end up getting tangled up trying to follow each other.
Yeah, but what you can do is you can either change the steering, or you can make the turning circle bigger for the big M. But I generally haven't had that issue. I mean, it does miss out corners, but the contracts is not that big because it's only, you know, we don't need all the grass to fulfill the contract, so, but when it comes to the up and down rounds, it's fine. So at the most, it's only going to miss like a total of 8 corners if you got 2 headlands and small bits of grass, and then it'll pick everything else up. We'll be alright. Because I've always used big M's with me Courseplay. generally it was big M's, and then, well, in Western Australia, it was 2 big M's doing a field, and 2 windrowers following the 2 big M's, and obviously a windrower per one, and then it was 6 loaders, three for each big M. And I think if the loader could deal with it, a baler certainly should be able to. That's my theory anyway. And we all know about my theories, they're absolute genius. Right. Well, thanks for the warning there, game. I didn't realise that. There's no grass there, so... Clearly, I don't really want to pick up grass. There's no grass there, so you don't need to give me the warning. Well, it started off a bit of a miserable day today. If those who were here yesterday, you know it was quite hot for me. It was very muggy. You could tell that by the fact that I was crashing into everything, along with other little mental mistakes. But it's finally rained sort of night time, got a little cooler. It was nice, and then this morning it's sort of been cloudy, threatened to rain, but now we've got nice blue skies, which is fantastic because I made the risk, or took the risk of putting some washing on the line, and hoped that it wouldn't take long to dry. And in fact, I was hoping it would dry before I started streaming, but the problem was I put it out on the line about an hour and a half before I did start the streaming. So yeah. But they were almost dry though. They were really close to it, but I thought I'll just leave it there. Maybe when I go and do me coffee, I'll whip out and quickly grab it. It's not much there. Or the kettle is boiling. I've got to get used to saying kettle because I think even well, you guys in the US, pretty sure you know what that is. In fact, I don't even know. This is how ignorant I am. I don't even know what you use or how you to boil your water for your coffees.
Specialised machines like the drip boilers.
No, just for an instant coffee.
I'm guessing they just don't drink it, or it's outdated. Yeah, that, or maybe it's instant hot taps. Microwave, that's always the other popular one that everyone else just jaw hits the floor.
Yeah, nah. It's one thing I can't do is microwave water. It tastes disgusting. The water tastes disgusting enough as it is, and it makes it worse. Definitely can't reheat a coffee in it. I'd rather drink it cold. As far as microwave is concerned. But yeah, I know, I mean, in England and problem is in Europe and stuff, most of the people are asleep, so I don't have that many viewers from the European continent, shall we say. And, but I know it's a kettle or something else. But yeah, I don't know what, or how or what you use in America to boil up your water to put it in your instant coffee. Actually, if I think about like TV shows or movies I've seen, it's like a jug on a hot plate, and the water's constantly, because they always seem to, I don't know, or it's percolated, isn't it?
Yeah, percolator is a big one, but I was going to say the stereotypical, yeah, like jug of office coffee, where you put the grinds in the top and then it just drip feeds the hot water through it.
Yeah, the filter ones. Yeah, but that's the thing. You always see that on sort of thing, but I never. Well, you know, on movies and TVs, it's always in a business that they do that. So I assume they use the same thing that we do, but I don't think, you know, the name's the same. I mean, we just call it a jug. Going to boil the jug, which sounds a bit disgusting, you know. You're supposed to be boiling the water, not the jug. Some melted plastic in your cup and add coffee and milk.
I suppose that's the other one is, the electric jug or the electric kettle probably isn't as popular as much as you always see in America. So they're going to boil water. It's the stovetop, the old school, steaming whistle ones.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, which goes on this element, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't know. But actually, I don't think they do, because I've seen YouTubers here when they go, oh, 10 different things about New Zealand I wish I knew, or stuff like that from people that moved here from America. And a lot of them are amazed about us having an electric jug. Now, well, it's mainly called a jug. I mean, we do have the two types. We have electric kettle, which we call the kettle, and we have electric jug, which we call the jug. But generally, most of the time, we even call the kettle the jug. Mainly because one's a kettle shape, look, the shape of a kettle, and the other one's more like a long, tall, thin thing, like a
pitcher.
Yeah.
Right. To me, a jug is a reciprocal. It contains 1 or more litres of fluid.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, yeah. Basically, that's what it is. Mine holds 2.5 litres, I think.
Oh, that's a big one. Standard industry one's 1.7. Although
Mine's a small one.
The one that makes me laugh is there's these studio apartment or studio versions of kitchen appliances, and as well as I think it's like it's either 1 litre or 700 milliliter kettle, so that's enough to do like a Gatorade bottle maybe. They also got the 1 slice toaster.
One? Oh. So do I. I have a 1 slice toaster.
Was one of the elements broken, or?
No, if I want one piece of toast, which I never do, I just put it into one side of the toaster.
Oh yeah, but that was.
I know what you mean.
That's what makes it funny. It's like, what do you want 2 slices? The idea is supposed to be countertop space saving for, well, studios, you know, small apartments and like caravans and things.
What? That makes no sense. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I think it actually is a British product. Russell Hobbs.
I don't think it matters who makes it. It's still a stupid idea. Let's save some space. Instead of you wanting 2 pieces of toast, what we'll do is we'll save you space. Oh, reckons it's finished work. There was way too many blooming bales for it. Yeah. Otherwise it would work loading. But yeah. Yes, let's save space. So you want 2 pieces of toast. We'll save you space, but increase your power bill because you've got to use the toaster twice. Mind you, admittedly, I suppose it wouldn't matter with the power, would it? Because when you're a normal toaster with 2, you got the elements for, you know, both sides. So when you're doing toasting bread.
1,000 watts, yeah.
Yes.
500 for a single.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still going to end up being the same. I suppose the other brilliant thing too with it, which was one of my bugbear with doing 2 pieces of toast, is that when they pop up, you grab your toast, you put your butter on, and I love melted butter on my toast, and then by the time you finish that first piece of toast, you go and grab the other one. Now, you can do one or two things here. Grab that other one and butter it. It's cold. The butter doesn't melt. So, to combat that, what you do is you butter them, both of them. But for me, toast that's sort of cooled down, that's got melted butter, it's not right. It's just way too soggy. I need my bread, my toast. Oh, it is bread. It is hot bread, just happens to turn into toast magically. It needs to be hot and the butter needs to be melted when I eat it. Much like my crumpets.
My theory was if I could ever bend physics to my will and, you know, invent the one thing, it'd be toast that you pull it out of the toaster, regular bread, same flavour, nothing special. You could hit it with like fridge jam and it would still be warm.
I was watching a British show the other night. I'm watching it again. I've watched it quite a few times, but this time it's on Prime. But the first 3 seasons, I mean, they're up to season 20 odd or something, but the first 3 seasons. And one of them's, and it's a show where they've got 3 people, a game show, but it's with mainly celebrities, well, comedians more so. And what they got to do is one person from a team tells either a lie or a truth, and the other team's got to figure out whether it's true or a lie. And there was a story that someone was saying, they were talking about toast for some reason, I can't remember. And someone said, which made me laugh and thing, was it said, is this brown toast? Oh, no, hang on, what kind of toast was this, white or brown, as in to signify white bread or brown bread? But they said toast. I was thinking, all toast is brown. that's what makes it toast. Because it gets toasted.
Well, unless you leave the dial up way too high and then you know with the slab of charcoal.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
I suppose at that point it becomes a slab of charcoal, not a piece of toast, so yeah.
Oh, did you go off and have a word with the worker, did you?
Yeah, I said pull up a milk crate, sit down, have a think about what he's doing, and watch how it's done.
Oh, you're actually in it. You sent the big M. I thought you were in the big M. You sent the big M home. I'll take it.
Yep.
It's quite interesting to me that when I dropped off those silage bales, actually, that we got paid for those extra ones. And not taken off this field contract. So, which begs the question, how's it set up with the game knowing what silage belongs to what? Is it because I delivered more than the field you had mowed could produce? So I was thinking, no, that's a no-go, so obviously that's not off that field. Or is it because they know when you've already baled, or they know when it's been wrapped, and that's when it accounts for, you know, that's the right bales coming in? I mean, I don't really want to send off the other lot just as yet and get paid for them. I'd rather get the good amount for those bales. And obviously that's going to be closer to winter time, and we've got the sales trigger to let us know when we hit, what did I say, $350 per litre or something like that. So, well, hang on, no, because we finished the contract before the baling, the wrapping was done on the field you are on now, right? So it's not that. It must be when the field's completely mowed, perhaps. Or, like I said before, it knows that it figured out there was more. Well, actually, that makes no sense either. So it must be the mow thing, because it can't, like I said, I dropped off what I dropped off to finish the contract on the field you're on now, and then it paid us for the rest we had left over instead of adding it to this contract. So if it goes by the fact that, oh, hang on, you've just delivered more there are litres that has been mowed on the field, surely it would have gone, okay, we'll take away the amount of litres that you've delivered that has been mowed. It would have counted for an extra couple more towards the contract thing. So it must be when you've mowed the field, then it realises. Or lets you do the deliveries.
I mean, obviously allowing for, plus and minus, so you could say that, okay, this field has a capacity of arbitrarily 1 million litres of grass, like at full fertilisation, the full works. So you could expect that a player should mow at least 800,000 litres. So allowing, 200,000 leeway, or, that amount, 20%, whatever. And then same thing for, okay, so if they mow the bare minimum and then deliver what they can get out of the baler, so once again, because 4,000 litres per standard bale, vanilla game only. I imagine just the up and down leeway is what's throwing the figures off. So they might say, oh, we need at least 50% of the field mode and 50% of the field's expected yield or capacity to be delivered, and that counts for 100% of the job.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. All I want to know is after I finish baling these up, I go off and I grab some of the silage bales that have already been fermented and drop those off, and it counts for this contract. We didn't get them over. That was the whole point of what we did, considering, that the warehouse being the only one that of the 3 places that accepts these silage bales for contracts won't accept them until they've actually fermented. Which, as I've said before, I like that. I like that idea with the contract, right? I like the idea that you've got to wrap them up and stuff like that. And you don't get paid until they ferment. But then again, if you're doing a contracting job in real life, how would they do it? I mean, do you get paid after they're wrapped? I mean, you'd be doing it for the... Oh, who would you be doing it for? I don't know. Or do you just wait until you have to sell it? Or do you sell it to this and that? That's...
I would imagine the farmer would pay you to cut, then wrap the... cut and wrap the bales to make well, basically wrapped grass bales, and then obviously he would store it himself like he would regular hay bales or when the fermenting completes.
Yeah, if you've got animals and stuff, but what if he wants to just sell it? So you get someone to come in, a contractor to come in to mow the grass, rake it up and bale it up and wrap it up, and then he organises a delivery and sells them to the company that deals with them, or he sells them off. It'd be interesting to know how that works. I suppose it would vary in places and all that kind of stuff,
Well, that's the people doing the cutting and wrapping, and take it back to their own warehouse and store it.
Yeah, but they still got to sell it, don't they? Oh, unless you're talking about the contractors, they cut and pay for it, and then they are the ones that deal with selling the silage and all that. Yeah. So
at that point, basically the farmer's just playing the role of renting out the space for them to have their product grow on it. A field, if you will.
I'm just thinking, I wonder how that rep is going to contend with this course, since I'm going against the grain. The up and downs and stuff. Well, surely it shouldn't matter. I mean, mind you, it struggled. How many bales did it not do? Quite a few.
About half. It seems to have got the stuff close to the road and the northern half, but the southern half is just completely untouched. Maybe
that was because of the whole setup. The first time it did it really good. It just skipped about probably 10 bales. It missed out of the whole field, so it did quite well. This time obviously not. Now the difference was I had pushplay running, so I can't remember. Maybe I did copy the course. Because I think I actually went in there and thought that's the way I've got to do it. I've got to copy the course and have it follow the course, and maybe put an offset on or something. And then when I saw it, I went, oh, So I might have already copied the course, and that was the reason why, and it hadn't changed at all. And it picked up everything, and it didn't follow because I told it not to follow the course. I just told it to collect and wrap. It just went off to the nearest ones all the time, and it did most of the fields. So having it going back and forth shouldn't matter. I think it's just, like you said, it needs a course to work itself around, to get itself a starting point and an ending point, and it just figures everything out in between automatically. Well, we'll see when we bring it over here. Hello, Ads. How you doing? Backblood, buy it now on Xbox.
I'm getting university slash
Challenge?
No, it's a local university, but it's like a forensics course. So you got all the people with the scrub suits, and they're all like high-fiving each other, and I'm like, you don't do that for the cross-contamination.
Exactly. Advertising company, you've lost us heaps of enrolled people because they know not to do that, and they think that that's what we teach. Thanks very much. Yeah, I get quite a few of those. I get quite a few university ads.
Sometimes the other one makes me laugh is the amount of stock photos of people who are like, oh, a person holding a soldering iron, and they've got it held like a pencil down at the bottom.
Hey Mike, how are you, buddy?
I don't know if that'd be a blessing or a curse.
What's that?
They say he now works in a bakery and everything smells like bread, even when he lets one rip, and he swears he smells Italian bread.
Garlic and herbs. Herbs and spices. Tomato paste.
Oh, well.
There's one thing I could never get sick of, I don't think, is the smell of bread.
I mean, I love it to death. It's like number 2 on my top... Yeah, I'd say number 2 on my top 10 list of favourite smells. But, yeah, it's got to be plain white dough, freshly baked.
Oh, I love bread. All types of bread. Tiger bread. French bread. Plain bread.
Good one is those bacon and cheese dinner rolls with like ham cheese in the middle.
Yeah. Rolls. Stale bread. Stale bread.
Yeah. Was it ham and cheese croissant?
Nice.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered when I walked into work. I'm like, I had a bit of a so-so day, and the week is a bit average, and yeah, so pick up the old ham cheese croissant, and yeah, good times. To quote Nicolas Cage, instantly feeling better about being me.
Tell you the one good thing about stale bread, Mike, if you're a parent, the stale bread, no, stale bread gives you an instant idea of what you can do for the day to get the kids out of the house and stop nagging and irritating and fighting by taking them to the duck pond.
Except to give ducks diabetes. But if you've got lettuce and grapes, they'll love you.
That's just bread we feed them. Throw it in the water and watch the frenzy begin. Right, so I think I'll finish this, when I finish this off, you're doing the wrapping anyway. You might as well drive it over here and then copy the course of this tractor. I'll leave this tractor here so it's nice and close. And just copy the course and then get it up and going to do the wrapping, and hopefully it does it okay. While you're doing that, I will sort my animals out, right? Actually, I'll deliver the silage bales first, then sort out my animals. Which makes sense because I'll be up at the boo sending a tractor down. Even though technically I could use this one. You know what? I will use this one. I'll just leave the course loaded, and I'll find out what else has got a course and delete the course because nothing else should be working. I think there was a couple there that had courses. Courses for horses. I was also earlier on playing the game I got from Epic for free. I think it's called Avon Colony. I think it's the name of it.
Yes. Can't remember the exact name. I remember seeing it pop up on your list.
Lots of fun. Well, it was lots of fun until they voted me off the island, or the world actually, to be honest. They weren't happy about not having a place to stay because I was too busy trying to feed them, and they weren't happy about not having food either. So when the elections rolled round, they said, thanks very much, there's the door. There's a sailboat and a dinghy on the lake.
Yep. Although they're a bit small by scale.
P-class. Though it doesn't look like a... Whoop. Doesn't look like a P-class. It looks bigger with the spinnaker on it. Or the mast, I'll say. Not spinnaker, the spinnaker's a sail, isn't it?
Wouldn't know, I'm not nautically inclined.
But the P-class are the small ones. And they've just got the 2 sails on it.
Just to me it looks like some sort of a yacht, and then for the size of the yacht that you expect it to be, like be able to go below deck for example, it just looks a bit tight.
Nah, P-class is like a dinghy with a sail on it. So you've got no cabin or anything. Quite popular here because the racing's huge. Sailing's a big deal down here. Yeah, it could be that. That one, Mike. It was something along the lines. I keep forgetting what it's called, but yeah, a lot of fun. It's free on Epic. Like I said yesterday. If you mods for people, also if you, it's good graphics. Fun little game. It's one of those top-down build games. With challenges and whatnot of Mr. Rowe, fantastic. And but the thing is, it's free on Epic, so you're not losing anything out by downloading and giving it a go. If you don't like it, you just uninstall it. Cost you nothing. Simple. Easy. And if you do like it, you got a game for free. I know I wasn't here yesterday, but for anyone that said, and just for FYI sakes, I was just saying, because I did mention it yesterday, Mike. Don't even know what that is. What I'm sort of looking forward to and trying to figure out whether I should wait and stream it to play it for the first time or delve into it off the stream and then stream it later. Which is probably fine with this game that I got. And the game I got is called Detroit Becoming Human. And you get the choice of being one of 3 Androids, and I'm expecting it to be a wonderful game. The reason why I expect it to be a wonderful game is it's one of the Sony games that they've now released on PC that you could only